All right, so we're late at night. For whatever reason, I decided to just go to Threads. I hate Threads. I like Twitter so much better, but this is where all the tattoo artists are. Um, oh wow, Terry. I'm here looking at this thread by Tommy Mutz. Tommy Mutz at Threads. And he asks a question that I have. We talk about this all the time. Should tattooers have legal ownership and control over their designs, allowing them to sue for copyright infringement when their work is replicated or used without permission? Or does this stifle the cultural significance of sharing tattoo art? I mean, it depends on what he means. Is it, is he talking about like the tattoo artists that sued the people who made The Hangover? Is he talking about, or people who sued like games for using the tattoos on there? Is he talking about, is he talking about just Flash in general? Like if you post it up? I mean, I don't know. From in my opinion, I mean, I've seen, tattooing is catching up to the internet. I've been an internet pirate for a lot longer than I've been a tattoo pirate, but the problem is that people already fucking do it. People will just do it anyway. So most people don't care. That's why the NFT thing. That's why I even when I was selling NFTs, I was like, why is this even working? Like, it doesn't do anything. You can't you 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 can't stop it. The, uh, I don't need this is this is the problem I have with digital art and me being a primarily a digital artist. When you post something online, that's it. Like no one needs to buy it. I'm already looking at it. This is coming from someone who used to do digital art before they got into tattooing. That was the problem. It's like why buy it? I can just save it on Instagram. I can just save it to my computer. I can just look at it. I can look at it whenever I want. Whenever I want to look at it. You used to buy art so you could look at it all the time. So you could put it somewhere and inspire. I mean, I buy art. I buy art and I post. It's covered. My whole house covered, covered with this stuff. And I got magazines, Guilty Gear magazines. I got collectible cards from tournaments I've never even heard of. I got Jean-Claude Van Damme from Street Fighter just because I like looking at it. I got some digital artists who did some cool stuff. It's it, but I get it. I do that because I'm an artist, and it's important to me. But for most people, the guy who works at Chipotle that screwed up my order twice in a row, he doesn't give a fuck. For pretty much 99.9% of the population, they don't care. It doesn't matter to them. Uh, and even for tattooers, if you're good or if you want to be good, then you won't do it already. But it's not going to stop somebody who just doesn't care, who who just wants to make a buck. I mean, I've made bucks. I make bucks all the time still. Sometimes someone comes in, they want a little whoop de whoop, little, you know, you're like, all right. Is this how you want it? Oh, yeah, I want it just like that. It's like, all right, let's do it. That'll be $100. And I mean, who are you suing here? So I'm reading this again, allowing them to sue for copyright infringement. Who are you suing? Really? I mean, is the question, maybe it is. Maybe it's just, should they be, should this be a thing? I mean, are they making an ass load of money off of your design? Probably. If they're taking it and making an ass load of money and not giving you any, yeah, yeah. But if they're just some scrub, some person like just scribbles on people, no, not really. Doesn't doesn't really matter. It's not gonna happen, or it's not gonna do anything. You're just gonna waste a lot of money to make them waste a lot of money. I mean, that's all. Lawsuits are just dick moves. Just like I feel like being a dick and causing you a lot of stress. I think most of them get thrown out or settled or dropped or whatever. At least if it's frivolous. That's why those sue happy people, those impotent. You hear about those impotent sue happy people. Black Star Art Studio. He says tattoo artists are pirates. Everything that is out there is for the taking. If you post a design online, aka Flash, then it's gone public. I'm drawing inspiration from everything and anything. It's a business. I'm here to make money, not friends. If you don't want people to grab shit, don't post it. Just saying. Okay, I have to see what this guy's art is like because I'm nosy. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. All right. All right. Well, I'm sorry. I'm that guy that I want to go and dig through someone's feed. All right. Oh boy. I mean, paintings I did. Well, these paintings were nice. Very classic. Okay. It's a pretty sick car. Yeah. Statement of the world. 57 likes. All right. Let's go back to being less nosy. Just what is this? His most recent. This is his threads. This is stuff he just had a woman call on the phone and ask me if I'd apprentice her. Have have no with a K. Have no idea who she is. Just thought maybe walk into a shop and ask in person what the fuck. That's riveting. Um, of course not. The minute my art is on another person's body, it becomes their art. Now, see, this is what I think. I think if you do a tattoo for somebody, it it goes on them. It's their body part at that point. It becomes them. I mean, people want tattoos that are mean something to them or represent them or represent them. This guy goes on to say tattoo zen. Jason Lambert. To assert control of another person's body is disgusting and dangerous. Not to mention, the second you can copyright skin, it becomes just another medium. Watch how fast Disney comes after tattooers and clients for infringement. Why do you think they haven't already? Well, I think the thing is that the old Tat Wizard tattoo lore, from what I get from talking to old Tat Wizards, is that they already tried to do that in the 70s. And all the tattoo artists that they talked to gave them the middle finger because they wanted people to stop tattooing Mickey Mouse Flash and uh, Donald Duck Flash and stuff. And they told them to go fuck themselves, pretty much. Like, they went door to door to all the tattooers. And then they were like, well, I, I guess that's it. I mean, why would you want to now? And I mean, can you? Can you? What? Who? I don't. I don't say. I, people are allowed to get what they want on their body, and if they want Iron Man or Mickey Mouse or a Disney castle, uh, I'm not going to tell them they can't have that on their body. Especially if they said, "This is what I want. Do this for me." They're paying for the procedure. What they choose is what they choose. They are the ones who want it. That's my belief on it. That if a client comes up and they say, "I want Spider-Man on me," which has happened, it happens all the time, or I want Goku, or I want. It's like, okay, well, let's figure out how you can have your Goku. So if someone does classic Burt Grimm crying heart, should Wes Grimm be able to sue every artist that's done the design? That seems weird. I mean, it would cost a lot of money. Again, if someone takes my design, it's the biggest compliment they can give me. Yeah, that's also how I feel. This comes down to if you're a glass half full, half empty kind of person. Why be negative? If someone executes that tattoo better, let that drive you to improve. That's also how I feel. If they screw it up, then that's on them. It's funny how nearly everyone who bleats about artwork and copyright theft are always the one trick pony artists. Broaden your horizons, take on more styles, learn different styles, or learn different skills. You care a lot less about that stuff. Little Dave, what do you got going on? Let's be nosy. Yeah, that's a nice panther. Really good snake head. Crispy clean letters. I'd say he knows what he's doing. Eagle, classic eagle. A lot of classic flash in here. Some stippling stuff. Looks pretty good. I like it. Now, see, the thing is that as far as this goes, I, I, I've had, I haven't had a lot of tattoos taken or designs taken, but I have had them done before, and that I've caught or seen caught that I've actually discovered, and and the first time I was like, what? And I was like, well, honestly, what's the big deal? It was a Spike Spiegel portrait that I did that I really liked, and someone like almost copied it down exactly how I had it set up. And I was like, well, whatever, honestly. Now, for me personally, I've done it. I've started like that. I didn't know what I mean, when I play fighting games, I just look at how another person's plays and try to play like them. When I did jujitsu, I would watch how another person did jujitsu and try to mimic them until I started to get better and develop my own style. I am not in a I I'm not trying these days to copy anybody. Like, and if I am asked to do something that isn't like a this big, I'll almost always change it unless it's like some just flash, some regular flash. But if I get a design, even if it's like uh let's say like a lion portrait, which I hate doing, I'll just get the if it's like an animal, I'll find the picture and I'll just photo bash it in a way that I would like to do or that fits the body that they want to do and do it like that. But it's not going to help me grow or improve my skills to copy somebody else's work unless it's a flash that I have permission from an artist that I work with. Typically, if I use someone else's art, it's someone I work with, and I go, "Hey, this person wants me to do this tattoo, but they like your picture. Can I do it?" And I've been told no. They're like, "No, I don't. I want to do it." Okay, go back to the guy. Well, he wants to do it, so uh, I do different stuff. That's his design. If you want, go to him. I mean, that wouldn't happen with a new walk-in. Maybe someone just came in and was like, "Well, I guess I'll do it." I'll just send it to them, of course. But if it's like a long-time client, they're like, they've been around the shop for a while and they've seen that person's art and they're like, "Hey, you think you can do something like that?" And that's rare. Aside from that, no, it's not going to help you grow unless you develop on your own at a certain point. Once you really get a handle for what you're doing. I do not copy anybody's work, Google or otherwise. I also do not want my work copied. In my opinion, yes, you should be able to sue. Obviously, Flash, I think, is sold with the intent of it being copied. But if you didn't buy the Flash, it should not be copied. Hey, it's Terry. At least that's what I think. Uh, I I don't know Terry, and Terry doesn't know me, but I did once a long time ago buy a machine from him, a swash drive that he was selling on eBay long, long time ago. And probably in 2012, when I was just a little fledgling tattooer, just just cutting my teeth, a couple years into the biz. And then I ended up working at a shop that I'm still working at that he used to work at. And I've seen he has an art book that he left there that he signed to the owner. And the thing about Terry is Terry's work is really good. He is definitely uh, a strong illustrator. Uh, he's got a very strong understanding. I mean, this is some pretty high level stuff. So this is copying somebody else's work wouldn't even make sense. It wouldn't even make sense to bring something to Terry. You would want him to make something for you. I mean, that's obviously not everyone can do that. Not everyone does, I should say. Maybe they should. But his work definitely inspired me. Uh, well, that would well, let's see, Bembridge tattoos. Well, that would solely depend on what the design is. How did you copyright a design which has been photoshopped together for a realistic tattoo? We've all seen the same rose, pocket watch, and lion photo that's been used over and over. What do we do with tattooers who use Disney anime film character on a regular basis? Do Disney, Universal, Hasbro, Warner Bros. Get to sue those tattooists who use their imagery? and basically bankrupt them. Let's see. Someone respond. Let's look at this thread. Someone respond, no, because they're getting paid for the application, not the design. That's what I said. There's no financial damage because companies don't offer tattoos as part of their business models. That's also a good point, I think. Nice job, Brother Kane. That was pretty good. A bit of gray area, though. Potentially, they could win a case where you're using their character for commercial gain. Even if they don't offer tattoos, they still own the intellectual property for the character. That gray area is where you can say it's for personal use. This is where I feel like it's not my place to tell someone what they can or cannot get in their body. Let's see. Pokemon has sued adult content creators for using their likeness and username, and other shows have sued SE artists. I'm sure they could if they really wanted to, which TBH isn't fair. Personally, I think it's a basic tradition design that's easy to seal because it's often requested. Copying it line for line is weird but not wrong. If it's intricate design, no, or message original artists if possible. I've done that. I message original artists asking if I can use something. Like if I'm doing an anime piece, which I like doing, I'll typically stick to the official art. And if there's anything that's like a deviant art or someone's fan art, if it's fan art of any kind, I leave it alone. I solely stick to I solely stick to the original art. Let's see, absolutely, they own the original work, and they own any original work they do, and they should require authorization from others to use the work. That's why I have tattoo tickets in my shop. So I'm not. Um, I, I, I don't. I'm going to leave that one alone. I don't want to be mean. Of course not. The minute my art is on another person's money. Oh yeah. That's it's now just continuing. That's why we're seeing it. Let's see. We look through this. We look through this. Reading through this, hardly anybody knows about copyright laws. Yeah, I don't know jack shit, to be quite honest. If there comes up with an idea, and I'm not going to, I'm not going to look. Too busy tatting. If the customer comes up with the idea and it commissions the artist, then surely the image belongs to the tattooed, not the tattoo artist. If some scratcher copies your art, fuck it. They're only getting paid for the application. We all copy off photos off Google and it's legal. If some company profits off reproducing it, say selling t-shirts, sue. Artists own the copyrights to their images. Deep pockets, better pay. As tattoo artists, we replicate other artists' work, anime, art references, photography all the time and get paid for it. So I think it's been unfair to want to sue when another artist's work is use work we created. As long as they don't claim it as their own, I think it's fair game. We're the ones who put it on the internet to begin with, and what do we think was going to happen? That's what I was saying earlier. I mean, it's going to happen, or someone's going to see it, and they're going to make their own version or something. You you you're better off developing a style and just making it over and over and over. I mean, most artists that I know who like Dave Raposa is very aware that his tattoos have been used, or his illustrations and paintings have been used to do other tattoos or do tattoos. Period. He doesn't tattoo. He just does digital art, and he's an amazing artist. He's 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 nuts. And And yeah, he does insane, insane portraits of. He was actually the the one of the original people who make fan art. I mean, look what he's doing. He's he makes a living off of other IPs. He's the original fan art artist. I mean, people were before him. People who made fan art, it was looked down upon. It was looked. It was. It just kind of like a faux pas. Like it wasn't. There was a very strong sentiment, like a very strong understanding that if it was fan art, it just people kind of dismissed it right away. And Dave Raposa was the one who kind of put fan art on the map. And after he started doing that, after Dave started doing that, everyone started just showing off fan art. Now everyone really does it. Now you see it all over Twitter, all over Twitter. I mean, look at this guts. And he's got a very signature style. He makes his own characters too. This guy draws his pants off. No, good for him. Let's see. Every direction we go, people want to suit this, outlaw that, cancel that. Please just leave art alone. It's the only escape. Let people settle disputes as individuals. Mm, yeah, that's a good take, Spencer. Spencer Tats. Now I want to be nosy. I want to see what he's got. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, trash polka. Yeah, he's good stuff. Tattoo art falls in line with everything else copyrightable. It's just up to others how they want to protect their art. IMO, if it's a traditional design, reads a seal, and the client wants the same color scheme, it's hard to change and is a more worldwide design. If it's an original design, the artist is too far for them to feasibly see them. Message the original artist to see how they feel. Is it close? Maybe say no. If you can't tweak or change it, make your own. Technically, you're not. If you can tweak it, change it, make your own. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be what 20%, 30%, maybe 40%. If you change it like 20% or more, then it's considered your own. No shot. Client pays for the art. Similar to buying paintings is something you could buy a painting and sell it, set it on fire, have someone else make replicas, have someone restore it, etc. Do whatever you want with it. So this person is saying, Mark Hayden is saying that once they take it, they can do whatever they want with it. I think that is a little radical. Kind of go but there's the point before that is like should you be allowed to do that still? There's a step ahead of that. Man, this question makes my head hurt. Yeah, I mean we talk about this all the time. You hear about people who tattoo sports celebrities, and then they'll see them on a billboard, and they'll go, oh well, I should get paid for that, and and that is ridiculous. I think you should you should ooh, you were driving me crazy. Sorry about that, everybody. I forgot where I was. Okay, Nobi Tattoo says, please, we all steal from each other. Only a few really create their own from the beginning to end. That said, I think it should be an integrity thing, not to copy other people's work. Yes, it should be. It is integrity. Once you get to a certain point, you really should to be developing your own designs. It has worked all right so far. I don't see why a few butthurt, oh, do great artists should change it. As long as common sense, integrity, and honor are included in your vocabulary, there's no need to copyright. Besides, being copied is the ultimate flaw to your work. It means you inspire others, not so gifted. Someone stealing your design, they're a scratcher. Who cares what those people do? Yeah, I mean, it's like I was saying earlier. You only do it if you need to. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the end of the thread. That's all I got to say about that. I thought it was interesting. Figured I'd just kind of run through it and give my thoughts, and I'm out. See you.